I have prepared some tips and tricks for Realme 14T, so in this video I'm gonna share them with you. Now let's get right into it. So first I want to show you transition effects that we can apply on the home screen on this phone. More precisely, we can press and hold our finger on an empty space in the home screen, and then over here at the bottom you should be able to find transitions. And we have different transitions or different effects. As you can see, we can customize how pages change on our phone, and of course after that we can simply press apply and we can go back, and there we go, we have a new effect applied to the home screen pages. There is a feature that is called free call, and in order to find it and start using it we need to go to settings, then over here go to mobile network, and over here we have a free call. This option, when enabled, allows you to call people nearby. Of course we need to use Realme account to use it, but essentially it is used to call people nearby even if you don't have an internet connection or mobile signal. To use this feature, we need to keep Bluetooth on, so clearly this feature uses Bluetooth in order to communicate with other people, and you will be discovered by nearby people while using this feature. So I assume that this feature is only working with other users that have this feature as well, clearly. So people who own Realme phones should be able to contact you by using free call, even if you don't have a mobile signal at a given moment. If you go to settings and scroll down to open home screen and lock screen settings, then over here you should be able to find the icon pull down gesture, which can be quite useful if you have just one hand free and if you want to access an app that is, for example, somewhere at the top or something. So when this option is enabled, we can try to pull from the left or right side of the phone and swipe up in order to then choose whatever you want to open without lifting your finger. So if I have my finger on the Play Store over here, and if I lift my finger, then I can open the app like this. So I assume this can be quite useful in just specific situations where you cannot really use your phone with the two hands, so it might be easier to do something like this. Well, let's see if I can actually make it work with just one finger. Maybe like this, yeah. So as you can see, it is clearly possible to somehow use this feature, but I assume it could be done a little bit better. My hands are actually too tiny to use it all the way from the other side, but yeah, this is a feature that actually I didn't see on other phones. By default, if you go to notifications, then you have quick settings panel over here, or actually part of it, and then you can swipe again in order to open the full quick settings panel. However, we can actually separate notifications from these quick settings, and in order to do so we need to open settings, then let's go to notifications and quick settings, and over here open quick settings, and we can just split like this. So now if you want to open notifications, we need to swipe on the left side of the phone like this, and if you want to open quick settings, then we can swipe on the right side. You can of course also go back to notifications, or from notifications to the quick settings by simply swiping left or right. There are some additional protection measurements added, or safety measurements added on the phone that are quite unique, especially for Realme devices. So compared to other devices, I mean. So if we go to settings, we can scroll down to security and privacy, and then over here find more security and privacy. After that you have, for example, the payment protection, where we can check the app security and system security, and also see if apps that usually contain some sort of, for example, credit or debit card information, if they are protected over here, so you can check if our data is safer. Besides that, we also have anti-theft features, where we can enable alarms which can be triggered when charging is interrupted, when headphones are removed, or when the SIM card is removed. Besides that, we also have the anti-theft protection in the form of the screen lock password when we are trying to turn off the phone. So whenever someone tries to shut down the phone, the password will be required, the screen lock password. And the same thing is for location and network settings. In security and privacy settings, if you scroll all the way down, we can also find some features that can be useful for privacy, such as the app lock, which allows you to set up a password for apps of your choice. So let me actually show you. In order to use it, we need to set up the privacy password, but it is really easy to do so. And over here, after enabling, if you enable, for example, for the Chrome browser, and if you try to open the Chrome browser, then you will need to use the password in order to proceed. And the same thing is with hide apps option, which allows you to hide apps by storing them in the home screen icon, or you can access by using the dial pad. You can create an own combination of numbers that we can use in the phone app in order to see those hidden apps. Now let's go back to settings, and this time we're gonna go to accessibility and convenience, and over here we can find the smart sidebar, which is actually quite a useful tool that is present on other devices, of course, but it is still pretty cool that we have it over here. By using sidebar or by enabling sidebar, we have access, for example, to quickly take screenshots to start recording this screen. We also have access to the file manager and so on and so forth. Of course, this can be customized. If you press edit over here, then you can edit apps that we have in the smart sidebar, I mean. Over here in accessibility, we actually have lots of different features that can be quite useful for some people. For example, if you go to split view, then you can find out that we have a gesture that allows you to quickly enable the split screen. So if the app supports split screen, we can just use 3 fingers and swipe up like this, and then you should be able to choose another app that you wish to open in the split screen. Now, besides that, let's go back to the settings. Besides that, over here we can also find screen off gestures, but in order to find them we need to go to gestures and motions first, and over here we have screen off gestures, which are gestures that you can perform on the screen when the screen is off, when the phone is locked. And for example, we can toggle a flashlight over here. If you enable any of these options, then you also have a visual representation of what you do in order to use that the screen off gestures. For example, we can draw a V letter on the screen in order to turn on the flashlight. So let me quickly demonstrate. As you can see, the flashlight is now disabled, but if I draw V on the screen, the flashlight can be triggered. So definitely quite useful. Speaking of a flashlight, there's also another shortcut that we can use, and that is this one over here, turn on or off flashlight with the volume button. So you can press and hold the volume down button in order to enable this flashlight. However, this works only when the screen is off. So let me demonstrate. I'm just gonna press and hold the volume down button. As you can see, it is toggled pretty easily. There is also quick launch, which allows you to quickly access apps or perform certain actions of your choice by opening this menu. In order to use this menu, we need to first lock our phone, and then we need to press and hold our finger on the fingerprint sensor. Do not lift your finger, because after a short while you will simply open this quick launch this panel. And like I said, we can press edit over here in order to choose functions or apps that you wish to trigger and that you wish to have to choose from. And there is also one more thing in accessibility and convenience that is worth trying out at least, and that is air gestures, where we can just perform gestures in front of our phone in order to do something. Personally, I don't think the air gestures are that great, to be honest. I guess it is up to personal, well, not opinion, but convenience really, and how often you use or would use those gestures. But like I said, it is at least worth checking out in order to see if you actually like them or not, because some of them can be quite useful. Like for example, we can mute calls by just showing our palm to the front camera. We can also learn those gestures over here, so you will have a detailed instructions that you can follow in order to learn how to properly use those air gestures. If you scroll all the way down in the settings, then you can go to Realme Lab, and over here we have two pretty cool features. The first one is the heart rate measurement, which allows you to, well, just place your finger on the sensor, and if you keep still during the measurement, then after 15 seconds you will get the results of your heart rate, which can be quite useful, although I'm not sure how precise it really is. And I've seen this feature, a similar feature, on other devices of course as well, but it seems to be more complex because we can also select what we have been doing during the heart measurement and what kind of mood we had. So, and of course the history is over here, accessible in this menu. And the second option is the option that allows you to eject water from a speaker So the phone can play a specific sound through speaker in order to eject water. Of course, it is recommended to increase the volume of the phone while using this feature, and if you press eject water, then we need to wait a couple of seconds, and in theory, the water should be ejected from speakers. And that's pretty much it. If you found this video helpful, then you can leave a like and comment and subscribe if for some reason I didn't mention something that you find quite interesting to know about in terms of this phone. Then of course share it in the comments as well. And that's all. So once again, thanks for watching, leave a like and subscribe.